where they come from. And then where you're standing, when I first set this up, Andrew, there was a yellow jacket nest there.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they were stinging me on the feet and legs while I was setting this trap out up. And I flooded the nest with water.
Oh, really? I didn't know that was a removal technique. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Just wash it with water.
Just saturate it. Yeah, because it's a paper nest in there. It wouldn't necessarily work with honeybees, nor would you really want to do that, but for a paper nest, it just sponges it up and they kind of leave.
Yeah.
Make it inhospitable for them. And then I'm going to caulk that opening there at some point.
Were they in there at some point?
Yeah, so the nest was under this flagstone right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When they moved in, you can move that stand around. Well,
it should be okay.
I mean, another option would have been lifting this up, but you're getting into a lot more cost at that point.
Yeah, that's definitely...
I mean, it's a big difference between trapping them out and getting into structural stuff like this. That could also be messy. I mean, typically you want to go at a beehive from the underside up. But if you're lifting up this flagstone, you have all the combs attached to it. They can rip and tear, and it can get messy, you know. Much better to go at it from the side or from the underside. Yeah. And I mean, it's warming up pretty nice out here, so they're getting a little more active.
Yeah.
I mean, if it were to hit, say, 80 degrees today, I think it's about 70 now.
Yeah.
You would have a real big cloud here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
it's still a good amount of activity.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm definitely getting some good stuff.
That's good. The nights have been chilly, so it can take a couple hours till they really warm up. You know, they're cold-blooded, so if they're brooding, their nest is around 93, 94 degrees. If they're just maintaining their own heat, they can 50 to 60 degrees temperature as a colony. All right, Alexandria, Virginia. Doing some filming. How often do I get stung?
At this point, yeah.
I mean, it's a daily thing.
It's
really.
a daily thing?
Yeah.
But so I read, but I've only been stung probably once in my lifetime. I'm not sure why. But I read that it gets better as you get stung more often.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that true?
Yeah, your body acclimates to it.
Interesting.
Gets more proficient and efficient at metabolizing the amino acids that are in the venom.
Okay.
And like we were talking about before, it's huge immune boosting.
Yeah. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Uh-huh.
No.
So once you get past the fear of getting stung, I mean, it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean...
Said no one ever.
But to somebody not used to it,
yeah.
I mean, like, seriously, I'm addicted to the pheromones in a beehive and bee venom. Yeah, 100%, man.
I mean, at some point,
I feel disappointed.
You get stung so many times.
Yeah, it's like stubbing your toe at the worst. It hurts at first, but then it feels really good. I feel disappointed when we do jobs and I don't receive a single sting. I'm like, man, bees nowadays are just getting more and more gentle, though. I mean, it seems like years ago we used to encounter so many just vicious genetics to where you couldn't be standing right there.
Really?
I mean, yeah, man, you'd be getting popped left and right.
Yeah, I'm very thankful these bees are pretty...
Yeah, I mean, you're a little bit in their flight path, but they'll just go around you.
Yeah, yeah.
Some genetics, I mean, even 5 or 10 feet, and they're starting to bounce off your head. They're letting you know you're too close. So having gentle bees is a really nice thing. But I like a little spunk and excitement in my beekeeping. So I don't mind if they're a little bit defensive, or if it's real bad, like 10, 20 feet, they're starting to pop you. That I would move a hive like that to like an out yard somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wouldn't have something like that on Kelly's front porch
right
here.
on the front porch.
Yeah.
Get stung every time you leave
And
get back.
I don't want to necessarily get rid of genetics like that. I would just move them to a different location where they're better suited.
Right.
No one's around. They can just,
Yeah. Would that be, in your case, your farm? Or
yeah, my farm, or I keep bees in 2 other yards in Accokeek, but it could be anywhere. This spring, I'm starting a program called Beehive Placement Incorporated, and we're looking for places to put beehives for people who want their presence but don't want the responsibility of caring for them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because in the spring and summer, Andrew, I have a huge surplus of bees, and I'd like to get down to having 10 or 15 beehives total. Yeah, don't worry about that.
10 to 15, you said?
Yeah, is plenty for me.
Okay.
So all these bees coming in, it would be nice to have a place where I could take them throughout the DC metro area and just put them into people's backyards, on their decks. Yeah. And there could be like an education element to that too. Yeah. So if they have children or something, yeah, thanks. I'm giving away all my trade secrets here now. Somebody's going to jump on it before me. Damn.
I'll propagate it everywhere.
Yeah, but it's,
I'm kidding.
And then there's a theory out there that, more people need to keep bees because they're endangered or something. I don't necessarily agree with that, but, having a beehive is a lot of fun.
Yeah. That was a really interesting bit to come across.
What you got there, little lady?
Popsicles.
All right.
I got all the popsicles.
Nice. Sounds good.
That was super interesting. I always thought that bees were endangered. I mean, that's what people always say. And they are like bumblebee-wise, right?
It's hard to say. No, I see tons of bumblebees around.
Yeah, I just saw one.
And,
Look at this stick.
That's a nice stick, Willow.
That is a nice stick.
I don't think they are, or wasps, or anything. As far as I know, I see a lot of all of those pollinators around my farm, around everywhere I go. So if you were to ask me, I would say no. I'd say they're as abundant as honeybees.
Interesting. Yeah, I literally just saw one right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just playing with one on the flowers out front.
They're solitary, aren't they?
These have little colonies. I think, yeah. Like, here's one.
Yeah, I captured that one a little bit.
Yep.
These are my pumpkins.
And these guys are really gentle.
These are my pumpkins.
Those are your pumpkins? Those are nice. I think we're going to be carving those up pretty soon.
These are my flowers.
Yeah, man, they're pretty. I don't know what kind they are. I was going to say asters, but I don't think that's right. Yeah, so this whole job has taken roughly 2.5 months. It went a little faster than anticipated.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to capture your process. Maybe extract some of the videos from YouTube or something.
Yeah, sure.
Archival stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great.